one of these on the main service stopcock here. So all of this has got to come out. You can see through there where the mains is. And this lady wants one of these. Unfortunately this is 22mm. 22mm on the feeds and pretty tight. So we're going to fit it over here. Turn the water off. So. Okay. Let's go to work. Turn the water off. That's our first thing. And then I can show you nice and tight. Check the water. Hops off. Okay, sorry, coals off, which is what we want. Disconnect this stuff because I can't get in here. Okay, so first things first. Take out these. Try and do this. Maybe not. I don't want to lose that washer. So I'll put that out there. Now what I'll do is I'll disconnect all of this. I just find it easier to make some space. I'll try not to disturb anything else. So I'm going to do these two bits. This whole section will drop down. Do that. Nice. So I'm virtually outside here, so I'll just chuck this out here. Make sure I didn't lose any O-rings. Put something in the plug so nothing goes down either. Seen the O-ring fall off already. Just cut into this, come out, come round to the bottom of the filter, which will be here, go in, through, come back round and back into there, or back over there. Okay, so this has got to be replaced every 2 years. It comes already pre-fitted with these bits, so, and they say to use John Guest fittings, but I'm not so sure about that. There's an out and an in, and they also say that this should be vertical. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it like this here. I found a couple of these, 1.5 inches. So we're going to plonk them in there, secure it, and we're going to make up the rest as we go along. Because there's a bin on the door. I think I'll try and put this quite close. Pop the other clip up the top. September 2019. There you go. I'm going to loosen this off, the electrical earth bond, and I'm going to move it over here. We used to put these on all the incoming mains and all sorts of stuff years ago in these local authority jobs. But then they changed because of the RCDs of what I know, but I'm sure some of you electrical guys will tell me different. Normally of the opinion that if you're going to cut a pipe you should have a cap with you, just in case. Okay. Pipe, cloth underneath. Okay, I'll let the water drain out. It's to cut it up here, but somebody's put a nice ding in it. So with this stuff, what you can do is put it around it and actually sand the blob away. So if there was a blob on the back, which there is, sand it off. I'm going to cut that out. So you can see there, So entry point, exit. You should fit one of these check valve. So put that on there. Hot and cold portable water systems. Hey, why not? Really thick. Clearly the arrow that way. Not too bad. So now we'll come round into here. I know I need about 600, which is about there. Yep. And I know I need a bend at about 320. I'll back it off a little bit. Okay, so that's a bent pipe. So now we just need to bring it up about an inch. Yeah. If you imagine we've got to go upwards, that would be the wrong way. Sight it through. Do that. Spin it through. Hopefully we've done it the right way, because you never know. Okay. Okay, so look through that. Looks pretty good to me. Okay. So that's not crazy tight, but tight enough. So now we can come across here. And my idea will be something on the lines of that. 22 mil. Now, these are full bore. Now what that means is there's no restriction. Not like all these cheap ones that are in there. They're 50p. These are £3.5. So I've just swaged these. It's a very large filter. It's this is a small flat, and it's designed for a 3-bed house. 22 mil feeds. That's something else. Anyway, it's UK made, which is good. It looks all stainless steel. The customer should be able to change this. Would I? Not so sure. I'm not going to put a bypass on it because it just isn't the space. Oops. Oh, this phone today. 97, yeah? Okay. I'm not far from you, so I will see if I can pop in a little bit later on today. All right? Damp rag, clean off the excess.
Wow.
Few bits and pieces, yeah.
Oh, so you are soldering?
Yeah. So what I'm doing is well, that's what it's going to look like.
Yes.
You can see it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of what it looks like.
Oh,
And then these are the John Guest push fits. So the idea is that you turn the collar,
yes.
yeah, and then you push that cap, pull it down, and bingo.
Okay.
Would I suggest it? Probably not. So when you get a new one, they'll send you the same thing exactly again, and you will literally undo the 2 screws, pull the whole thing out because it's so big, it needs something to hold it, and then just install from there. So I'll also put in a valve here, so when you do want to turn it off, you just turn that off rather than faffing around with that.
Right.
That's our soldered piece, ready to go in. That's pure flute, by the way. And don't forget to tighten that collar down. That's off. And then I can turn the water back on. Water back on. Okay. Right, next bit.
You have it.
I've got an older sister and an older brother, and if I'm honest, I don't get on with either of them.
Yeah, not even the older brother.
No. What do they say? Choose your friends carefully because you're stuck with your family.
Something like that.
Yeah. So our first one, which is about I've got a measurement for the centre of that. Yeah. So I need centre of this to the centre of that. What would you do? Tell me your version in the comments. Here's a thing I just thought of. We know that the batteries are just gone on this, which is great. So we know that that's the centre of that. Okay. That's one. Now all we need is the other. Of course my T's in the way, isn't it? It's the centre of the other. So the 2 points we want, centre of centre, is that measurement there. 315 off there. Yeah. So, which is there. Let's be honest, what's the worst that can happen? It won't fit, and we just have to redo it. At least you're learning. You learn that actually that method works, or it doesn't work. So get over the failing bit. Yeah. I'm always cocking it up, so this bend is going to pull towards us, right through the middle, and just pull the bend. See what happens. What do you reckon? Work or not? Who cares? Soon find out. Even if it does work, there's a good chance that this won't even fit in here. Whatever works for you, but that's not a bad little way of doing it. I have to be honest and say, that's pretty good. We can drop that down into the centre. That'll be so battery died there, I think. So hopefully I've got enough charge in here. So putting it bluntly, I'm going to quickly spin this up. That goes into there over there. We will push that back, twist that. In fact, what we'll do is we'll do it this way. We'll do it like this. So that goes into that. That goes down there. Tighten. We'll just solder that because there might be water in there of some description. We'll just undo this. So always an important thing for you guys. So just give it somewhere to breathe. Do long range soldering. Down, push down, collar back on. So what I would typically do is make sure this is closed. Otherwise it's all going to pour out of here. Open up the valve, and we're just looking for some leaks, if there are any. That's fully open, and it would appear that we haven't done too bad a job. So my favourite part, putting the stuff back that actually does normally leak. I would be a bit surprised if it's the wrong nut. Okay, so we've got these two to go in. The amount of stuff, I mean look at this. So Aqualisa shower pump underneath the kitchen sink. Where did I put this? Oh yeah, up there. I am just struggling just to get this thing straight. It's all right. Dry. That's our install. UK water filters. Maybe check them out. No leaks. That's got to run for at least a minute. Even that fits beautiful. Job's done. So this is the PAC MC. I'd read all of this blurb out to you. Right.
Right, so let's get into this. A couple of things that I really like about this straight away. This is amazing. Padding on here when you put it on your back, second to none. Really nice. As an engineer, up the stairs with this, clip it all in, get all of your stuff up there hands free. You can see all of the ribs there. Done as a quick setup. On the sides you've got a ring. Got this little clec extension for your shrouder valve. You can use that for Worcester Bosch, the rest for backseat. So you've got pens on the side, pocket, spin it around. I've got my big D ring for my keys. Got a little brush, cleaning electrodes, another pen. Yeah, nice big clip there for your tape measure. So if we take the back, pull it up, pull away, and then you've got access to the zips. Gain access to the interior pocket. We've got a couple of small zips here, and on this, smoke pellets, cartridges, another zip pocket in there, paperwork, invoice books, the main access. So I pack this as firmly as I can. So I've got my multimeter, I've got a drill, electrical, set of screwdrivers, pack out of the Weir some bits, got a gas sniffer, trusty torch, and across the back you can put whether it's multiple bits and pieces, but the idea for me is get as much in there as possible that's usable. Now clearly this bag you could use it as a service bag. It's about the space that you have and how much gear you want to carry in. If we spin this around to see the front, if we look at the front, I've got a Velcro front pouch. In here I've got a few bits and pieces. Got a small bits in there, you can put small cards. Close that up. So if we go to the main zip, inside of here, got a pouch in there, plastic lined, so anything that you want to keep protected from water and stuff. Got a large pocket. So in this, I've got my analyzer probe, got my analyzer clearly, my Anton. In the bottom I've got a set of tubes for valent with a widget style on top of that. Got T-bar for my favourite on top of that. Gas gauge onto meters. I've got my manometer on top of that, flexi drives. Got a gas key, space in the back here for loads and loads of fittings. So I've got small driver, angled elbow, yeah, so Joker Weir stuff, angled. So generally you've got plenty of space, and there you go, you can stop that from hanging out. Nice little touch. All in all, it's a very compact bag. Really nice padding, really nice. Impressed with this. The Tech Pack MC by Veto.